even started, everything has already started in our life in trading, right? We are doing trading in our daily life. We are doing hustle, negotiation um, in our everyday living, right? Basically, like for example, if you go to the market, you go to the fish market or the wet market, you don't usually just buy the you don't usually buy the product or the meat at its own original price, right? Usually bargain with the vendor, like you lower the price to like 50 or 5% off, 50% off, right? So that's trading already, right? So it's also like trading is also like cryptocurrency trading, because you're actually having a interaction of buy and sell with the international market or with another party. Okay, because we don't call it trading if there is no one buying and there is no one selling, right? So if there's no one selling, then there is no buying. So it's like a chicken and egg problem, right? So anyways, to introduce you to my course. So my course is actually more of a fundamental and technical driven. Okay, so it's diverse. It's actually good for starters who are into trading. It's more of reading, who are more into research. This is for you. But of course, if you are already intermediate, I advise you to join me in the next 2 weeks or 3 weeks of my classes, because for this lesson will actually teach you the basic fundamental foundation of cryptocurrency trading. As of course, we will start first with the um, first ever type of trading. Okay, we're gonna start where cryptocurrency started from. Okay, so this is the evolution of money. So as we all know, like I told you guys before, even before trading has already been started. So we have already started through the commodity money that we all know, that through before with the 900 BC, um, as we all know, agriculture was the major change to human civilization, because this is where the barter exchange started, wherein the person A exchanged goods with person B using direct goods from its source. Like if you want, if let's say a farmer is growing some rice or crops, and this farmer is, let's say, is a fisherman, right? So a fisherman also needs rice for him to eat with his family, and the fisherman needs no and the rice farmer also needs some fish, so that at least um they have something to eat as well, right? So they exchange goods in order for them to have a supper, have a meal, right? So basically, it's trading itself already. So that started during the 900 BC. So trading itself has already started during the 900 BC, right? So there goes after the commodity money, we went to metallic money, where the I think the most expensive good before was not actually gold, it was actually salt, right? So if you don't know about salt, salt was actually one of the famous or in demand goods that people are actually looking for, because this salt is actually being harvested by these miners through this I'm not sure the entire story, but um, the good thing about it is that before or after the commodity money, metallic money have already been introduced to a lot of people, wherein during the 1000 BC, the metallic money have already been the use of what they call this, the use of exchange, the medium of exchange, wherein most people are now trading their silvers, their coppers, their gold, in order for them to buy a certain goods from this certain people or people inside the market, right? So coins have already been introduced. The exchange of um, silvers right? The stones and everything, it has been introduced already. So then, of course, the Chinese came. Chinese game have already started with the paper money, wherein they first introduced the first ever paper money that is valued at a certain price. So as you can see here, during the time of the paper money, this is the time where people already started to be more civilized, wherein they can already convenient, or they can conveniently keep their money inside their wallets. Unlike before, during the metallic money, they have to have they have to hold some bags. They have to put it on some container in order for them to carry right around them and exchange it for goods. So um, as you see, with the paper money, it made a lot of things very easy. At the same time, the currency note have already make people life convenient. But of course, people are so smart. They have established again another mode of payment, which is the plastic money, wherein the plastic money is more convenient than paper money, because with paper money, is of course our number one problem is security, right? So with security, of course, people might just get hold up, or theft, what do you call this, bad people will just stole it from you. So paper money wasn't that safe anymore during the time of during our time, actually, where plastic money have already evolved, right? So plastic money, you can take it anywhere, you can take millions with you without even worrying about carrying about a bunch of money. But of course, people are still people are still worried about their security, with the risk of getting hacked or getting manipulated by these unknown substances, or uncontrollable substances from the government or from the world, right? So of course, security still is the issue, and I think a lot of people are still having problem with their plastic money, or their DE money, as we call it, right? Because of course, if an e-money get hacked, or a bank with the e-money get hacked, of course everyone will be affected. Okay, so of course, since security is our issue, since security is our problem, we move on to the digital money. That's where the digital money was introduced. Okay, that is the use of the money and technology. Okay, through money and technology, cryptocurrency was already introduced. Okay, where it says here that with the digital currency, it is one of the uncontrollable money there is. Okay. But of course, not everyone could understand the digital money. Not everyone could understand what is cryptocurrency. But based technically, digital money or cryptocurrency is also like your e-money. But of course, with digital currency, with what differs from digital money with e-money is that e-money is contained on centralized exchanges, with centralized network, with centralized nodes, with central authority, that is hackable. Okay, that is more prone to hacks. Okay, unlike with digital money, it is decentralized. It is scattered around the blockchain, as we call it. So blockchain is actually the technology. Okay, so please don't worry much about the blockchain. If you're, let's say, if you just want to store money inside the digital space of Web3. Okay, but of course, you have to understand that this blockchain is helping the ecosystem of the entire cryptocurrency. Because the good thing about digital money compared to our traditional money is that digital money is a pseudo anonymous recorded, what do you call this, recorded transaction. Okay, so it means that everything is transparent, everything is recorded. However, you are anonymous. Okay, whoever you're transacting with is anonymous inside the chain. Unlike with other banks, they will question you every now and then. When you will let's say you will withdraw a 1 million peso or $1 million, they will usually question you, right? But in digital money, of course, you can withdraw or do whatever with your money, of course, right? But of course, we have to always check on our risks. Okay. At the same time, our security as well. Okay. So, anyways, how did we end up with digital money? Okay, what is this digital space that I've been talking about a while ago? Okay, so moving on to the digital space, of course, I also want to introduce to you guys the evolution of internet. Okay, so how did we came up with the digital money? Okay, so of course, let me get you back to the history of the internet. Okay, wherein we have started with the Web 1, the static web. So I'm not sure if you guys have encountered Web 1. Um, I'm not sure if all my listeners are from the year 2010 and above, or most of my viewers are have not encountered Yahoo, right? Yahoo, um, Mail, Mail.com, right? So during the Web 1, the static web, every people here during this time can only read read things on the internet. It's just reading. Basically, it's just you checking your emails, it's just you checking the news, and that's it. That's why it's what we call static web, wherein you can just you cannot comment. Unlike before, you can comment, you can react, you can like, you can heart you can put an angry face on that post if you don't like it. It's not like that during the Web 1. It's just you reading it, basically, right? Then of course, with the technology of Mark Zuckerberg, with the technology of Google, the social web has been introduced, which is the Web 2.0. Okay, so the social web will allows you already to encounter with a lot of people. Unlike with the static web, you cannot interact with other people. Like React, you cannot add them as your friend on Facebook. You cannot follow them on Instagram. You cannot subscribe to their YouTube. You cannot do that on static web. You can only do that on the Web 2.0, the social web. Okay, so during the social web, of course, they want people to interact with each other. They let people post videos, post content in order for people to react or had a critic on it, right? So that is where the social web was introduced. But of course, people need security. Okay, the government is still securing the people's security, the privacy of everyone, right? So I think that's also one of the issues that everyone is looking on when they are actually doing these types of um, what do you call this, in terms of content creation, in terms of posting. They have to always look on these different types of issues and problems. That's why Web 3.0 was introduced. Okay, so Web 3.0 was already been part of the internet since the beginning. Okay, so we cannot say that Web 3 was just invented for people to manipulate us, for people to hack us or something, or because Web 2 failed, Web 1 failed, that's why there's Web 3.0. No, Web 3.0 was already been a part of the plan ever since Web 1 started, ever since the internet was introduced to the people. It's just for you to accept the fact that Web 3 is inevitable. It will happen, whatever the circumstances will happen. Okay, it will really happen. So it's just up to you, when will you accept the change, right? When will you accept the change? So the semantic web is actually established in order for it to protect every content or every property, every digital property inside the web 1 and web 2. Okay, so the good thing about protecting it is, of course, NFT was introduced, um, wherein NFT is actually scattered to a lot of different sectors like NFT art, NFT memes, NFT games, NFT um, lands, right? So it was actually distributed to a lot of sectors, wherein now you can buy properties online, like you can buy digital land wherein you're paying them per square meter. You can buy digital art, or like the one we attended in Manila during the YGG event. Um, you can buy both, wherein they are bridging Web 2 and Web 3, wherein if you're gonna buy an art in a museum or in on an auction, the art is available offline and online, right? Like with VGG, when we did our minting of the Legends of Illumia. Once you buy the Legends of Illumia, you can also get a welcome bonus, which is a figurine coming from Treasure Hunt. Oh, see, so basically, we are doing our best to bridge Web 2 and Web 3. Okay, because Web 3 is the technology that will protect every post or comment that you will do inside the social web. Okay, so anyways, more on to that is, of course, um, let's go with the introduction to the digital currency. Okay, so of course we all know that the inventor or the founder or the father of Bitcoin is Satoshi Nakamoto, right? But of course, we don't know really who is Satoshi Nakamoto until now. The um, the living the living conspiracy of Bitcoin is who is the founder of Bitcoin, who is Satoshi Nakamoto, because we don't know if Satoshi Nakamoto is a person, an entity, a group, a name of a fraternity. We don't know. Okay, so that's actually the good thing about Bitcoin. That I think is one of the things that is making it alive or making it more valuable, because we don't know who the inventor is. We just know the name, but we don't really know if the name is really Satoshi, right? Or maybe it's just name as Satoshi Nakamoto. It was just an alias, right? So yeah, so basically the good thing about Bitcoin, which is the father of all coins as well, the king of all coins. When Bitcoin dumps, everyone dump. When Bitcoin pumps, not everyone pumps, right? So basically, Satoshi Nakamoto, I think, is one of the most genius person inside the whole wide world, because as you can see until now, Bitcoin is continuously making changes on our life, right? So um just a little background. Of course, during October 2008, Satoshi published the first ever original white paper describing the blueprint for a peer to peer electronic cash system. So he introduced Bitcoin as a peer to peer electronic cash system. It means that people to people, not people to bank to people. So there is no middle intermediary to the peer-to-peer electronic cash system. But of course, it was published during 2009, where it was founded. That's why every October we are celebrating the anniversary of Bitcoin. Okay, so last 2 months ago. Yeah, because it's now December, right? So it's the holiday is coming again. The great hype is coming again. Hopefully, right? So as you can see, Bitcoin was introduced to us by Satoshi, as I said. and describing it as a peer-to-peer electronic cash system. So moving on is, of course, who is Bitcoin? Let's move on to Satoshi. Let's talk about Bitcoin. So, who is Bitcoin? Of course, Bitcoin is a digital form of cash. There's no central bank controlling it or no central authority controlling it. So, the good thing about Bitcoin is that it is run by thousands of computers. It is not run by only one system. So whatever is happening with the current market or the current situation with the SEC now, Bitcoin has nothing to do with it because Bitcoin is just a technology, it's just a product. Okay? So whatever scam you were involved in, wherein Bitcoin was introduced to you, Bitcoin has no fault on that. Okay, it's just the people manipulating or deceiving you that has the problem. Okay, so please don't make yourself available to these people who are pro in deceiving people. Okay, so as you can see, as I told you that Bitcoin is running to a peer-to-peer network, meaning that Bitcoin runs to a decentralized network. Okay, that processes data, transfers the record from computer to computer. So the good thing about Bitcoin is that if a computer will be hacked, it's just that computer, it will not be hacked. No one will be be joined by that hack. So there will be no collateral during hacks or during um, what they call this, during exploits of these cryptocurrency. So that's the good thing about Bitcoin, right? So it is actually scattered. So if a single data it has been deleted by a computer, the good thing about the data is it's already distributed. So that's actually the good thing about it. So yeah, basically that's the good thing about Bitcoin. But of course, Bitcoin is also limited in supply. That's why Bitcoin has also renamed as the what they call this has also renamed as the digital gold of the market, because of course we have the tangible gold, which is the traditional, and Bitcoin is also known as the digital gold, wherein you can also mine Bitcoin. But of course, the mining of Bitcoin is only um, limited. Of course, as also as we know about golds of traditional gold, is hard for us to actually um, dig these golds, right? A lot of people has lost a lot of what it calls has lost a lot of loved ones for just digging Bitcoin or just digging gold. Sorry. Okay, so that's a good thing about Bitcoin is that of course it has its own algorithm of producing or what it calls of producing and making Bitcoin available through the to the digital space. Of course, why? Because of course it has a algorithm what we call as halving. Okay, so halving, of course, you may want to research more about it, but of course, let me try to explain it on the best explanation I can get into it. Okay, so the halving is actually a computer, what they call this, a algorithm, technology algorithm that has been established with Bitcoin during its invention, wherein only wherein every 4 years the number of Bitcoin that is being produced or being mined by these miners, what we call them, is actually being lessened. Okay, every 4 years. So the highest Bitcoin that has been mined before during 2011, 2012, the highest Bitcoin that can be mined is around 50 Bitcoins. But now, of course, during 2012, the first halving, it has been lessened to 25. Then 2016 came, the 25, the highest reward from 25 to 12.5. Then now to 2020, which is 6.5. Then, of course, now, next year, which is 2024, the next halving, wherein the highest Bitcoin that will be mined will be around 3 point something already, okay, around 3.25. So um about this halving is that of course it lessens and lessens, of course, to of course protect the remaining supply of Bitcoin that hasn't been made to public yet. Okay, so out of the 21 million supply, there is still around 10% supply that hasn't yet been mined. Okay, so if you were to calculate, wow, I'm late. I'm already late. I'm still young, but I'm late to Bitcoin. I'm late to investing at Bitcoin or buying a Bitcoin. To be honest, it's you're not too late. No one is too late. If you will enter now, you're still early actually, because the end of halving or the end of mining of Bitcoin will actually be on 2140, right? So imagine that time span. We still have around 117 years. We have still 117 years before Bitcoin will end its mining, right? So imagine that during that time when Bitcoin will end mining, for sure it will be worth millions or billions of dollars already. But the good thing of it is that we now we as a pioneer, we call us ourselves as pioneer. If now you will embrace or enter the Web3, you are still considered as a pioneer, right? Imagine that, because the supply of Bitcoin will only end during the 2140. So how is this possible that Bitcoin is running through this algorithm? How is it possible that these miners can mine only 3.25 Bitcoin or less than? It is through what we call as the blockchain technology. Okay, so as I told you a while ago, blockchain technology is the number one product of Web3. Okay, so blockchain technology serves as a digital ledger. Okay, so it is a basically, if you guys have an accounting book, blockchain is the digital technology of it. Okay, wherein records are actually recorded inside this blockchain technology. For exchanges, it's what we call as the order book. Okay, so this is where all transactions are being transacted, are being done, are being transferred. Okay, so everything on inside the cryptocurrency, you can actually track it, you can actually see it, even millions or billions of dollar, you can see it. If you know the wallet address of a person, you can actually track it on the blockchain technology. How? You can use Etherscan, you can use BSC scan, you can use Polygon scan, or you can use XRP scan, or any scan that is actually providing services to people. But of course, blockchain technology is divided to different types of systems, wherein we have the immutable records. Immutable records, of course, no users can access the ledger. Even mistakes and correct errors are added to the blockchain. Okay, so immutable records is actually a type of blockchain that consists of everything. Every failed transaction is still here. Every every corrected transaction is added to the blockchain. So the good thing about immutable records, everything is recorded, and no one can access it or no one can manipulate it. Unlike with, of course, with smart contracts, these are actually set of rules that is already been designed and been calculated or been designed by these what do you call this, by these companies that is providing services to of course to these companies, to these web 2 companies. So if you're a company who wants to be who wants to establish a network inside the Web3, or you want to create a product that you want to introduce inside the Web3 space, you may actually use a smart contract wherein you can choose from a lot of smart contracts. Actually, you can use Ethereum, under the Solana, under the BSC, under whatever smart contract you want to choose. Okay, so you have a lot of choices now, especially now that a lot of network has already been introduced to the people or to the public. Okay, then next is, of course, is the distributed ledger. So the good thing about the distributed ledger is that every user have full access to the ledger. Okay, so even immutable records are accessible with complete transparency. So actually, um, not all cryptocurrencies, or not all Web3 projects use the distributed ledger. Most of them uses the smart contract, wherein it is already easily designed for companies to use them. And of course, for these smart contracts to run, they are run through a fee. Okay, this is what we call as the gas fee. Okay, so that's the gas fee that we call. Okay, so how does the blockchain work? The blockchain works technically. Okay, so it works through the technology, it runs through the different technology. So the good thing about the blockchain is that, of course, it runs to a various or a variety of um, filtering. Okay, so as you can see here, there are actually 5 steps in order to complete a transaction inside a blockchain. Okay, so first step is, of course, a peer-to-peer has to be executed, meaning a transaction has to be computed, wherein me is transferring to G. That's one peer-to-peer transaction. Okay, so I am now transferring my Ethereum inside my wallet, inside my MetaMask. So I'm already doing a peer-to-peer transaction. Now, of course, every transaction that is made, there is a block that is representing that transaction. Because, of course, as we all know, blockchain is a group of blocks, right? So a block is actually a mathematical equation that has to be solved by this blockchain. Okay, so like for example, if a block will already been have already been produced by this transaction, this block now goes to a series of nodes that is distributed through the network to be validated and verified by different participants. This is actually where the mining happens. Okay, wherein during mining rigs has to validify and verify every transaction that is made. They have to secure that you have necessary bitcoins. Like for say, like I said, I was transferring Ethereum, right? So let's say I was transferring 20 Ethereum or 20 ETH, as we call it. These nodes or these mining rigs has to solve that you have or you are transferring 20 Ethereum. Okay, so if you are not transferring Ethereum, of course it will. If you're transferring Ethereum and you don't have the Ethereum, of course it will fail. Okay, it will fail on the third step already. So of course, once the mining rig have already verified that you are transferring an Ethereum, at the same time you have 20 Ethereum being transferred, it goes to a algorithm that produces a reward. Okay, so if your token is a mineable token, it will produce a new set of token called the new generated token. Okay, so it will release a new token that will be a reward to the miner. Okay, so that's the income of mining. Now the block is now added inside the blockchain that makes the blockchain tick. Okay, it thickens the blockchain. Now it goes back to your screen and says that the transaction has been successfully done or successfully be executed. Okay, so I hope you learned from that. Um, how are you? I hope you're coping up. I apologize for my voice. Until now, I'm still recovering to my, what do you call this? I'm still recovering um, to my cough during the YG event last week. So imagine that it's been a week and I'm still recovering from it. But anyway, since I love you guys, I have to do this. Okay. So before we end the discussion, of course, I want to first introduce to you um the second to Bitcoin, okay, which is the alternative coin. So, if you cannot afford Bitcoin, do not go with Bitcoin because, like we always say with our students, you have to diversify, right? In order for you to diversify, you must choose the different types of alternative coins. So any coins other than Bitcoin, it is what we call as altcoins or alternative coins. Okay, so alternative coins are coins other than Bitcoin that is um following the success of Bitcoin. At the same time, the good thing about altcoins is that altcoins is not just there to compete with Bitcoin. They are there to help fulfill the mission and visions of Bitcoin because Bitcoin is a currency, right? So it is just limited to becoming a currency. So these altcoins is now helping Bitcoin within its limitations. So since Bitcoin is limited to becoming just a currency, altcoins do the things that needs to be done outside the network or outside the reach of Bitcoin. So the good thing about altcoins is, of course, they are affordable. At the same time, they are actually more somehow more profitable for some. Yes, for some, no. But of course, we have to check. You have to always check other altcoins because not all altcoins have its own um, good investment or not good in its use cases. Okay, because for you to choose a coin, for you to choose an investment, you must always choose the coin that produces the right usability, the right use case. Okay, so we should always check on that. Then, of course, is that to check on the different advantages of your altcoins or cryptocurrency, let's compare it with the fiat money. So, comparing cryptocurrency with fiat money, cryptocurrency is a digital asset that serves as a means of exchange between two parties. So they allow direct transaction between individuals without the intervention of an intermediary such as bank. Unlike with your fiat money, which is your traditional money, just in cases of withdrawals of huge amount, usually banks will always be involved in. Okay, so that's why most people are actually more convenient to use Bitcoin now than using the fiat money because sometimes fiat money has no intrinsic value anymore. Okay, unlike with your cryptocurrency, not all cryptocurrencies are actually moving. Okay, you can actually store your money inside the cryptocurrency space using stable coins. It's also like fiat money, but it is online or digital money, right? So it's on a USDT, what we call as the dollar or the tether. Then, of course, the good thing about cryptocurrency is that it's limited in supply. Okay, not all altcoins are limited in supply, but almost every altcoin is limited in supply. Okay, unlike your fiat currency, it has infinite supply with with infinite supply and unlimited number of supply. Okay, so if I were to choose, of course, I will choose cryptocurrency. And if you choose cryptocurrency, you must know the different altcoins, okay, the different classification of altcoins, of course. So of course, let me introduce to you the number one classification of altcoin, which is the DeFi coins. So DeFi coins start for decentralized finance. Okay, so decentralized finance is actually a coins or an ecosystem built on a blockchain that provides infrastructures or solutions to different network or different coins inside the crypto space. Usually, DeFi coins are very affordable and very flexible in prices. Okay, and of course, after that is that there is the what we call as the proof of work. So proof of work is another classification of altcoins, wherein proof of work is actually the mineable tokens. So this is where you will know if a token is mineable or not. You may check their if you go to coin market cap, wherein all coins are listed, all coins are actually there. Um, your coin market cap always will always state that whether a token is a proof of work or a proof of stake, either POW or POS. So if the token is a proof of work, it means that the token is mineable. Okay, it undergoes the consensus algorithm by before it will produce a new set of tokens. Okay, but if the token is a POS, a proof of stake, it means that the token is not mineable. It means that all supply of the token is already put into the public. Okay, so meaning, let's say if a token has a 21 million supply, every token, every 21 million of that supply is already been distributed to everyone, or for certain people, or certain people have holdings of those 21 million supply. Unlike with the proof of work, um, if we're talking about the proof of work, the tokens that are not yet made to public, they are inside the technology or inside the consensus algorithm of the token. Okay, so let's say with Bitcoin with 10% of its supply not yet made to the public, it means that 2.1 million of Bitcoin has yet to be mined, or it is still inside the blockchain of Bitcoin. Okay, so it needs to be mined for it to generate a new token. Okay, so that's how proof of work works, or proof of stake works. Okay, then of course we go to the most famous token now that is trending, which is the non-fungible tokens, or the NFT tokens. So NFT tokens are digital property, o- providing ownership to their digital owners. Okay, so NFT tokens are um, tokens inside the NFT space. That's what that tokens are usually being um, minted or generated through games, through NFTs. Yeah, usually games for NFT tokens. Okay, so that's how you usually gain your NFT token. So if your token, the use case of your token is through an NFT game or P2E game, that is an NFT token. Okay, so basically the usage of the token is to provide you ownership through that game or through that NFT. Okay, so of course, I want to also introduce to you the next set of classification, which I think for most crypto enthusiasts they already know this. This is what we call as the metaverse tokens. Okay, so the metaverse tokens is the new type of classification of altcoins that is already being introduced inside the market. Okay, so usually every 4 years or every halving, there is a new set of classification of altcoins being introduced inside the crypto space, because this set of classification will be the set of classification that will help the technology or the movement of the new set of halving or set of technology after the halving. Okay, so I'm looking on to the metaverse tokens. So if you're looking into a new investment inside the crypto space or which token which you should bag, check out the metaverse token. But first, please do your own research. Okay, this is what we call as DOR. Okay, do your own research before doing an investment, or please manage your risk wisely. Okay, so anyways, that is the next set of classification. And of course, the other set of classifications is of course what we call as the stable coins. This is the everyday fiat currency of crypto traders. Okay, so stable coins are like fiat currencies or the traditional fiat currencies, wherein they are from the word itself stable. Okay, so even if Bitcoin pumps or Bitcoin dumps, the price of these currencies will always be stable. So whatever you bought them from, it will always the price where you will buy it, sell it for. Okay, so that is stable coins. And last but not the least, this is actually more advanced, but you should also look into it. These are the leverage tokens. These are spot ETFs or exchange traded funds, wherein every exchange that you are having your currency from allows you to margin no sorry allows you to edge a market. Okay, so like for example, um let's say you're still not into futures. Let's say you still don't know futures trading, you only know spot trading, you just want to buy and sell. The good thing about leverage tokens, it allows you to bet on a market that is falling down or going up. Okay, so like for example, you're expecting Bitcoin to go down, but of course you will not earn from it through spot. You cannot buy high, sell low, right? So you can actually use the leverage tokens by using for other exchanges it's usually BTC down or up. For some, it's BTC long, BTC short. Okay, so whatever the term is, the leverage tokens is allowing you to margin the token and earn from it basically. Okay, so let's say you're expecting BTC to go down, you can actually go in you can actually go buy like in I'm not gonna say the I almost said it, but I'm not gonna say the platform. But you can buy the BTC down. BTC down for some it's BTC short, for some it's BTC 3S. Okay? BTC 3S. Okay? So for some. So what you guys need to do is just buy the token, and whenever the BTC or token will drop on prices, those token will also increase. Okay, so that's how you earn from your spot trading by edging the market. Okay, so I hope I'll see you more on to the next lessons, on the next cases with our week class. Starting now, I will be your mentor for the next 2 months or for the next 3 months. I hope to see you more. I hope to have my voice back on next week so that at least I can explain it more to you guys. Um, but of course, yeah, let's keep in touch. Always stay tuned to We Class. And don't forget to check out WeGG. We have a lot of activities prepared for you guys. Every day we are actually having our live. You can join us to whatever topic or whatever activity that entices you, and try to engage with us. Try to connect with us. If you got communities, if you got guilds, please connect with us. We can make your guild grow as well as you can make ours grow. So let's help build each other. Let's learn together, and let's be together through this next bull market that we are expecting. So once again, guys, I'm from WG. I'm mentor Aldrin. I have been mentoring for 2 years now, and actually this is actually my first class again for about let's say about uh 6 months or a year. Actually, you are actually again my first class. So anyways, thank you guys for your support. I hope you guys are still there. You're still alive, you're still learning, you're still kicking. And let's end this week with, of course, a good knowledge and good consumption. For tomorrow, it's another day for us to learn for new things and for a greater tomorrow. So once again, thank you guys and have a nice day, everyone.
VGG! 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 WXP is our unique XP point that can be used as credit to purchase merchandise on our platform. You can earn WXP by participating in activities such as quests, events, and tournaments on the platform. You can check your task by clicking on your Tasks tab to complete the task and claim a reward. You can check your WXP by clicking on your profile picture at the top right corner. WXP can be used to purchase items on our marketplace at w3gg.io/marketplace. More items will be available in the future. That's not all. Stay tuned for more exciting updates in the future.